I'm up next. I'm just going to do a range of what I've called old school versus too cool ideas. Hopefully it's a mixture of some more traditional that don't need tech, and then for people that are a bit more techie or using IT, that might work for you. So hopefully you'll find some of them useful. So at first, this idea came from that toolkit at the top left. I think it's called AST Ali on Twitter. I'm sure people have seen him before. Amjad, his name. He's got a fantastic toolkit. It's where I came across this idea first. He's talking about how at the start of lessons you could film yourself. The starter task, just buy yourself some time, and then you can sort the other stuff in the background rather than trying to take in a report and hand another book out, get some line paper because someone's forgot it. If you play the clip with you on, or something alternative as I've done there, it buys you some time to sort out the other kind of junk in the lesson. What I decided to do is use that video scribe program that's on YouTube there that I've published to, so I can play that as an intro, so kids know what they should be doing, or they're watching so they know where the lesson's going, while I'm in the background sorting a few things out, or prepping a practical if a technician maybe hasn't. So that just buys me some time. Might be useful. Next one. Whilst you need a bit of tech to do this, it's quite easy. It's a boarding card. I did see this on Twitter also. I can't remember the reference, so I apologise if you're in the room and this was probably your idea, so I'm not saying it's mine. So they get this as they come in. So it's basically their map for the lessons. They think about something they already know about the topic. So I display that picture on the left, alpha, beta, gamma radiation, for example. Question they want to know. It might be a target if it's a revision lesson. It's just a kind of fun way as they enter the room. I put a QR code in the corner, which some kids occasionally scan, and I put the message, oh my god, you actually did scan this, you can have a prize now. And then I did put at the end, you only get the prize if you shout out, and I put a word on there. So halfway through the lesson, this kid just kind of goes, elephants. Everyone's just like, what is going on? It's like, well done, you scanned it with your phone, superb. I didn't see you use your phone, put it away, but yeah, so that's a bit of fun. The head, Paul, I don't know if he's popped out or not, but he came into my lesson, I was doing this, and Ayres, Bob Ayres, he just said, Ayres, seriously? Extremely cheesy, but the kids like it, so hopefully that might work for you. This one's flipped learning. I presented this before, so I won't talk a huge amount if you've heard it previously from me, so apologies. But it's basically them doing a bit of homework before they get to the lesson, preparing for the lesson, rather than consolidating. So they turn up knowing a bit more about your topic, so you don't waste a huge amount of time doing the basic bottom end of balloons. You can go straight into the top and start explaining rather than doing the basic describing, for example. Edmodo is a great platform for that. Science, for example, there's videos already made on MyGC Science, an excellent website. You can use those, do a quick quiz, and then you know before the lesson what they struggle with before they get to you for that topic. And I personally found, particularly with my triple science group, who we have a lot more to do in a short amount of time, that speeds up the lessons. We can get on with exam skills, fit in more practicals, and it does aid understanding. So hopefully that will be a useful tool for you. This is reiterating what Helen was talking about earlier, dirt time, so I won't spend a huge amount talking about that. But again, I really value that in the classroom. And actually the kids do. As soon as they realise that this is making progress for them, if they get time to move on with their weakness, that's progress, and they do better the next time round, rather than I write even better if you can explain conduction, I will explain conduction, and it doesn't move on their learning. Whereas this definitely makes an impact, I think. So I'd encourage you to try and use this every 3-4 weeks or whatever. This one, slightly embarrassing, that is a stage shot, so sorry. One of my year 10s took it for me. I bought just for our team in science half a dozen or 7 or 8 webcams, one for each room, £4. They are reduced if you buy them in bulk apparently. Just a model work. It sounds really, really simple, and I can't believe I haven't used it before. I did use an iPad clamped between 2 of my clamp stands in my classroom, but they're glass screen with a clamp stand squeezing on it, and it didn't look good. I won't tell Dave, but I did crack one in the end actually, but not through that. I think I dropped it. But for £4, I can put the kids' work on the board straight away. This is what we're aiming for, guys. This is modelling it. It's an excellent answer. Or what have they done well? What have they not done well? The kids do quite like seeing their work up there. Whilst you sort of go, oh my god. Actually, 2 minutes later, a kid will say, oh, can you show my work? And that's quite cool, actually. The last one, I really wasn't sure how to present this or not, because it sounds incredibly weird and boring. But actually adds a lot of fun. Stick stuff under your tables without telling the kids at the start of lesson, and then either everyone has something or a few people in there. It might be a key information sheet they've got to share. If you tell them you've already got the information, it's under your desks, there's suddenly this random, really quick scurry under the table. Someone finds chewing gum, absolutely gutted, and then but people like Lauren and Callum there, they're like, oh, it's me, I've been chosen, way. And I know, I know I've chosen them. That's why I'm sat with the camera ready, and then I say, do you mind me using the photo, which they didn't mind at all. But it just adds a bit of fun maybe to the classroom. So there's 6 ideas hopefully you'll find useful.